Hey yo, it's arrived. Rocky, the ultimate knockout collection, can finally knock out the one from last year, the knockout collection. This ultimate collection just looks classier with the cover, spine, and the back. Open it up. Simple shell. Now, I already see an issue. There's an issue with this debris, this white stuff from the factory or whatever material they use. I'm gonna have to use a non-scratch rag and wipe this stuff off. It's like all over the discs and around the discs and stuff, but each disc comes in their own little slot. I mean, it's not great, but it could have been way worse. Definitely could have been way worse. Could have been way better too, because the Rambo set, anyone? I mean, this Steelbook collection is the treatment that the Rocky series should have gotten, in my opinion. Now, all six of the Rocky films are available on Steelbook separately, but they don't come in a nice Steelbook case like the Rambos. I wanted them all, and I wanted good replacements for these guys, because there was audio issues, as I've said before, and some still issues with Rocky 4, and it didn't have all six films. And if you're a Rocky fan, you have to have all six films, yes, including 5. And we have it now with the ultimate knockout collection. It includes Rocky 1, Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, Rocky 4 Director's Cut, Drago vs. Rocky, Rocky 5, Rocky Balboa, and the Rocky Balboa Director's Cut, which I hadn't seen. I loved it. People ask me what your favorite movie is. My answer is always Rocky now. I love the movie. It's inspired me as a filmmaker, my personal life, and I'm sure it's inspired many other people that are big fans of the franchise. I mean, the whole idea of Stallone basically coming from nothing, writing a script, and fighting for his own vision and to be in it. It's just an amazing story that has just been really inspiring to me through my life. So Rocky, for those reasons, not only is it a great film, but the backstory and Stallone's personal story, I just really relate to that. And it's my favorite film of all time. The Rocky discs haven't changed. Picture quality is fantastic. Rocky 1 through 4, they all look fantastic. Rocky 5, I watched it. I put it in. It looks good. Looks really good for, being an older film from the 90s and just for what it is. It looks great. Sounds great. Then I got the Rocky Balboa. And Rocky Balboa is interesting because not only did it inspire me to post my very first YouTube video, which is a tribute to Rocky, like a montage, and it's not great, but it's a video. But it was a start. I mean, it was fun. YouTube had just started, and I just threw it up there on a whim. It was the first thing I ever made as a filmmaker, and that's crazy to say, looking back. And in 2006, I was really excited to see a Rocky film in theaters. And when Rocky Balboa came out, I was able to go with my dad and grandpa, and it was really a special moment for me. I ended up seeing the movie 3 times in theaters, and I loved it. I thought it was a great return to form to the franchise. Then learning the backstory of how Rocky Balboa got made, and it was even harder for Stallone to make than the original. Super inspiring. Just crazy. As much as Rocky and Rocky 2 are great, Rocky Balboa is right up there with those two movies. Whereas Rocky 3 and 4 start to get more comic booky and superhero booky. I like those for other reasons. And I really enjoyed the Rocky vs. Drago director's cut that came out a couple of years ago. Really enjoyed what Stallone did with the improvements and bringing back some old scenes and such. It's been an evolving franchise. And then we had the Creed movies. I really like those two, the first two anyway. I didn't really care for Creed 3. Creed 3 to me has felt like a big F you to Stallone, unfortunately. But back to Rocky Balboa. Rocky Balboa, how could it get better? I just finished watching the director's cut, and man, they added in pretty much every scene that was deleted on the Blu-ray. The old Blu-ray had all the deleted scenes and the alternate ending. I want to say, this is my own personal opinion, I want to say this is the cut of Rocky Balboa that he showed the studio, and they were like, yeah, let's take out 23 minutes of this and So that became all the deleted scenes, in my opinion. I don't have any insider information. I just get that feeling after watching this, with all the alternate scenes back in for the most part. The one with Polly's girlfriend is not in, and they don't use the alternate ending. I'm glad. I don't think that it matters if Rocky wins or loses. I think that's great that they kept the alternate ending out. The director's cut is just under 2 hours, and what we have here now is a drama that is just so much more enriched by what was added in. I mean, having the scene with the bartender from the first film, introducing little Maria to Rocky, that just added so much more. Having Paulie's breakdown in the alley, the full scene with him saying like, I should have been the one that died, not my sister Adrian, and I treated her so poorly. He becomes like so accountable, and we really finally root for Paulie, who's been kind of a scumbag best friend to Rocky, but Rocky has just been so loyal. I think that's how we relate to these films. I mean, Rocky is a symbol of loyalty, driven, determination, and the monologues that Stallone has written in this are some of the best. It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and get back up and keep moving forward. And it's just such an inspiring monologue that's become, this GIF or meme or whatever, just you see it in inspiration videos on YouTube. And so, I mean, I really think that Rocky Balboa, this director's cut, is something that should have been Oscar worthy, not only for Burt Young, who we just lost. He's just so good in this film, but Stallone as well. Stallone, you can tell the love and the care that he had behind the camera, and knowing this is a redemption movie. He had to do this after the feeling of putting out Rocky 5 and it bombing and not being a good send-off for the character, having to wait 15 years to make Rocky 6. It's just unbelievable that this got made, and I'm so glad that we have this director's cut now. And another thing on watching Rocky Balboa this time, it's become more relevant. Not only like with society and the monologues, but look at what Mike Tyson and Jake Paul are doing. Mike Tyson is around the same age as Rocky Balboa in this movie, and they're going to fight. They're going to box this fall. It's very similar to Rocky Balboa. The movie came out in 2006 that, this would never happen. They'd never let an older guy fight a younger guy. Well, it's happening. So Rocky Balboa may have been ahead of its time. Unfortunately, there's no special features for the Rocky Balboa or Rocky 5. But they look great. Picture quality, sound is amazing. I'm going to keep my Blu-ray of Rocky Balboa because there's a commentary track in here that I think is worth listening to. And it's got a couple other things on here as featurettes. Did you guys pick up this Knockout Ultimate Edition? Let me know in the comments your thoughts. Let me know your favorite Rocky film. I'm curious to know which one stood out for you. There's a lot of fans of Rocky 5. I'm not one of them. There's some good moments in there. I really like the Mickey scene, but overall, just the movie doesn't work for me. Doesn't really fit. It's too cartoony, and unfortunately, it's kind of sad with Sage Stallone and Tommy Gunn not being with us anymore. Another thing I want to say is we lost another legend, Carl Weathers, in the Rocky franchise this past year, and Rocky just would not be the same without Carl Weathers and his character arc, being the villain in the first two and providing that gravitas as a Muhammad Ali figure, and then being a friend with Rocky in Rocky 3. That storyline to me just really makes Rocky 3 great. Much as I love the Hulk Hogan and the Mr. T of it all, the bond between Apollo Creed and Rocky really bonded together, and it led on to Creed and all that, and yeah, so Carl Weathers will be missed. The Rocky franchise lives on, and it couldn't be any stronger. I think this is a wonderful release. I didn't hear any audio issues, so I'm hoping there's no more issues with the discs that are included here, and the replacement discs are in here. The only problem is some dust. The packaging could have been better, but you know what? It's better than nothing. If you like this video, please share it on social media. Leave a comment below of your favorite Rocky film. And as always, this has been Return the Disc. I'm Dan.